3D dimensional figure and their formula together with the solution of it. So, we live in our three-dimensional world. So, our world is composed of three-dimensional figure. So, for example, us, we have the height, the length, and the width. So, shapes exist in a 3D world. So, in our world, the 3D dimensional figure do really exist. Why? It's just because, just think of it. When we play games such as Dices, the Dices is an example of a 3D dimensional figure. And also the cuboids, the donut that we eat, and the pyramid. Also, the pyramid is located at Egypt. So, it is also an example of a 3D dimensional figure. So, next is the beach balls. The beach balls that we are using, it is round, but then it has thick, it has the base and the height also. So, next is the traffic cone. So, the traffic cone, it is not beyond to your knowledge that traffic cone has a shape that's like a cone, which has a height. It also has the width of it and the base, the baseline. So, all of those are example of the 3D shapes. So, let's get a further information about that. So, please bear. I hope that I can borrow your ears for a while. So, did it come up to our mind that we can say, what is 3D dimensional figure? We always hear is that 3D dimensional figure, this is an example of 3D dimensional figure. A cube is an example of 3D dimensional figure. Did we just know what is 3D dimensional figure? Do you have any idea of what is 3D dimensional figure? So, I give you the definition of that 3D. What is 3D dimensional figure? So, in geometry, a three-dimensional shape can be defined as a solid figure or an object or shape that has three dimensions. So, this is the length, the width, and the height. So, three-dimensional figure have thickness and width too. So, the three-dimensional figure has or have a volume. So that's why our lesson for today is all about the volume of the 3D dimensional figure. It has volume because they take up space. And also they have width, just what I said earlier. Length and height, thickness and width. You take up so much lot of space. Or take up all three-dimensional figures in your life. And so as much as the most of the objects are three-dimensional figure too. So you must have the space for everything with three-dimensional to fit into the space you have. So in that case, we all know that everything we are having now is almost 3D dimensional figure. Example of those three-dimensional figures are such like this. So, 3D solid are convex shape having width, length, and height, or depth or thickness. So, they occupy space, meaning they have volume. You are familiar with many models of these 3D shapes, such as the dices or the cube, shoebox, cuboid or rectangular prism, ice cream cone, this is a cone, globe, sphere. So, Egyptian tomb, which is the pyramid, such as what I said earlier, that the pyramid which can be allocated to Egypt. So, today I'm gonna show you in the 3D dimensional figure in our real life scenario, or in our real life. As what I said, that in our real world, we have the three-dimensional figure and it do really exist. This is for example. So this is the example. We are now in the covered court. So for my first example is this human being sitting out there to a table, which has the table has the height, the width, and the width and the base of it. So it's what I call the rectangular prism. This human has the height, the width, So it has thickness. So next we have the roof of that building. So the roof should be the example of triangular prism. So that's what you see out there. It's also have that 3D shape. So we have the sphere, which is this wheel out there. So the bus of this gymnasium or this covered cart is also a figure of a three-dimensional figure. Just gonna show this one. It's a static. So that's it. And so then. So the playground also have the three-dimensional shape as what you observe. So that's it. The motorcycle has also the shape of the 3D dimensional figure. So our first three-dimensional figure is rectangle. It is rectangular prism. So what is rectangular prism? So a rectangular prism is a polyhedron. So take note, polyhedron with two congruent and parallel faces. It is also a cuboid. It has 6 faces and all the faces are in rectangular shape and have 12 edges. So because it is a cross section along the length, it is said to be prism. The surface area of the prism is the area of its net. So this is the length, the width, and the height of a rectangular prism. So this is the formula of rectangular prism. V is equals to width times height times length. So this is the example to how to solve the rectangular prism. So that's what I said earlier, V times width times height times length. So if you notice that the middle number is way higher than the two of the number. It because the height must be higher compared to the width and the length. So V is equals to 3 times 9 times 6. So 3 times 9 times 6 is equal to 216 centimeter cube. It is cube because the formula we are using is to find the volume of that 3D dimensional figure. So the next figure is cube. So in cube, this is the length, the width, and the height. So what is cube? So cube is a symmetrical three-dimensional shape, either solid or hollow, contained by a 6 equal squares. So 6 equal squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 faces of a cube. So in finding the volume of the cube, this is the formula we are using. So the formula is V is equal to A cube. For us to solve the volume of the cube, this is the example. So the formula is V is equals to A cube. So our A is there is 3. So T cube. So V is equals to 3 times 3 times 3. It is 27 centimeter cube. So notice it is cube because we're finding the volume. So the next figure of the three-dimensional figure is the triangular pyramid. So in the triangular pyramid, there are two, the base and the height. So this is the base of the triangular pyramid and this is the height of the triangular pyramid. So what is triangular pyramid? So in geometry, tetrahedron, also known as triangular pyramid. tetrahedron. So, it is a polyhedron composed of 4 triangular faces, 6 straight edges, and 4 vertex corners. The tetrahedron is the simplest of all ordinary convex polyhedra and the only one that has a fewer than 5 faces. So, this is the formula of the triangular pyramid. So, V is equals to 1/3 times base times height. So, in order for us to solve the triangular pyramid, the volume of the triangular pyramid will go like this. So, V is equals to 1/3 base times height. So, as what I said earlier, that the height must be a higher number. So, V is equals to 1/3 times 3 times 9. So, V 1/3 of 27. So, if we go like this, we use division. So, 27 divided 3 is equals to 9. So, V is equals to 9 centimeter cube. So, the last three-dimensional figure to find the volume that we are using is the triangular prism. So, in triangular prism, this is the width, this is the base, and this is the height. So, what is triangular prism? So, in geometry, this is our subject, geometry, correct? So, geometry, a triangular prism is a three-sided prism. It is a polyhedron made of a triangular base, a rotated copy, and 3 faces joining corresponding sides. So, a right triangular prism has a triangular sides, otherwise it is oblate. So, this is the formula of the triangular pyramid. So, V is equals to 1/3 times base times height. So, for example of the triangular prism. So, V is equals to 1/2 times 2 times 4 times 8. So, as what I said earlier, that the height must be the higher number compared to the 2. So, V is equals to 1/2 times 2 times 4 times 8. So, the product of 2 times 4 times 8 is 64. So, next is V is equals to 1/2 divided to the 64. So, 64 divided by 2 equals to 32. So, V is equals to 32 centimeter cube. Thank you. God bless and have a nice day.